What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Darian, man, the BowTie fragrance guy. We cover fragrances on this channel. I talk about all types of fragrances, man. I talk about high-end designer stuff, of course, niche stuff. I talk about designers, clones, replicas, whatever you want to call it. I pretty much cover it all on this channel. The purpose of that, of course, is that, you know, there's all types of different consumers out there. I want to make sure that there's something for everybody on the channel. So if you're into fragrances, but also into looking your best and smelling your best at all times, then that's what we focus on here on this channel. So hit subscribe. Don't forget to enable notifications by hitting that little bell icon as well. It's somewhere. You should be able to find it. That way, anytime a new video is uploaded, you get notified. On today, guys, I'm continuing on with my series, only 5 fragrances a man needs for the rest of his life. The unique thing about this series is we're focusing on just one specific brand at a time. So again, I appreciate you guys' support. You've been enjoying the series, so we're going to continue on with it. And today, we want to focus on a brand that I have not talked about a lot on the channel, and that is the brand of Clive Christian. All right, now, if you listen to a lot of commentary on this brand, there's a lot of mixed reviews, honestly, just as it is with any brand, honestly, now that I've really come to understand how people are. I mean, any brand is going to have their supporters and their detractors. But this brand, to me, seems to be a little bit more, even more polarized than it pertains to likes, dislikes. But that's the brand that we're going to focus on today. They do have some really good fragrances, and I think, you know, in my opinion, I have 5 of the best that they have to offer. So I'm going to intro, and when we come back, that's what we're getting into today. The only 5 fragrances a man will need for the rest of his life from the brand of Clive Christian. If you want to see what made the list, you know the routine. Keep it locked right here. Let's get it.
The BowTie Fragrance Guy.
All right, guys, we're back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Let's jump right into it. Now, again, we're covering Clive Christian today, so we're going to talk about what I feel are the best 5 fragrances from the brand. I think a lot of the issues that some people had with the brand is that they felt like for what you would get, that the fragrances were overpriced. Now, so there's that whole value proposition thing that always seems to come up. Here's my thought process on it. Most of you guys, now, of course, now are fully aware that there are, you know, gray market out there. And most of the gray markets that a lot of people shop at are reputable places. You know, the Fragrance Nets, the FragranceGuy.ca's, Max Aromas, you know, different places, Joma Shop. Legitimate fragrances, pretty much, you know, in my experience. So there are places where you can find these fragrances at a better price. So if you, at any point in time, feel like the full retail is too much, look at the gray markets and try to find them there. But I always try to link as many of these as I can to these videos through YouTube shopping. So if you see products down there, you should be able to find these. Now, what 5 fragrances do I feel from Clive Christian are the best in my opinion? Well, we're going to get into it. So first and foremost, a fragrance that at times I have felt has been kind of polarizing to me. Love-hate. Right now I'm in full bliss in love with the fragrance, and that is Clive Christian's X masculine. There's a feminine one, and this is the masculine one. Clive Christian X. This is a fragrance that's unique, man. It has rhubarb, like pineapple, iris, these spices in here like cinnamon, oak moss. There's an amber cord on the dry down. And at times, again, I've kind of been going back and forth about this fragrance, but the more I've really spent time with it, the more I've really come to love and appreciate this fragrance. It's just good. I mean, and there's really no other way to describe it. There are 3 fragrances in the Clive Christian catalog that are considered the original collection, and this is one of them. And like I said, right now I'm really, really in love with this fragrance. There's a very unique scent profile, and I've really come to love and appreciate unique scent profiles. The bottles on these presentations, I think for this particular brand is really, really nice. The caps, these are really solid caps. They're really heavy as well if you put them in your hand and hold them. It says Clive Christian there on the cap, and it's a crown. So again, the bottles are really, really nice. So I do really enjoy that. And like I said, this is one of those fragrances, like the name indicates, it's a very masculine fragrance that is really, really great for any setting. I could see somebody dressing this up, but I could also see somebody rocking this in the office and really, really smelling like a boss, you know? That's kind of sort of what this is, but it's unique because it has this unique pairing of these spices and just these kind of green, masculine, earthy qualities as well, with a little bit of a citrus hit as well. That rhubarb note is really unique in here. It gives all this kind of vegetal smell, and I think for me, for a while, that was the one thing about this fragrance that had me sometimes on the fence. Sometimes I wasn't quite a fan of the way the rhubarb played into the fragrance. It seemed like, to me, if they took it out, it would have been even better. But at the end of the day, that's one of the things that makes the fragrance so unique to me by that same token. But you don't really get that for like that first 5 minutes. But this is, man, I wore this like 2 days ago and just couldn't get enough of smelling it. I really enjoy it. It is definitely one that I would say would be one of the 5 that I would think a guy would need for the rest of his life from this particular house. This is Clive Christian X masculine. Because remember, there is a feminine version of this as well. All right, guys, this next fragrance comes from another, the private collection. And this one is Clive Christian E Gourmand. Clive Christian E Gourmand. This is really good, man. Rum, you have cloves in here, maple syrup, accord, cinnamon. I think vanilla is in here as well, bourbon vanilla. Guys, this stuff is really, really good. It almost, to me, of course, cloves is a main note. It says sweet clove. So it's spicy. It's a little bit smoky. To me, it smells like there could have been some tobacco in here, although it's not listed as a note. But those of you that smell some really good tobacco fragrances will probably understand what I'm saying. If you smell this, it kind of smells that way. But again, that maple syrup accord in here is what kind of gives it the gourmand label. But it's sweet, spicy, and kind of green all at the same time, with a little bit of a smokiness to it as well. But this is really, really good. Like I said, to me, of all the Clive Christian fragrances that I've smelled, this would definitely be one that I would put in that, definitely in that top 5. So if you like fragrances that have a little bit more of a sweeter scent profile, I think this is one that you would need to check out from the brand. Again, this one is called Clive Christian E Gourmand. Really, really nice. All right, guys, up next, another fragrance that comes from the original collection. Again, there were 3 fragrances. This was one of them. This is Clive Christian number 1. Clive Christian number 1. This is a beautiful presentation. It's a gold bottle. Amazing fragrance, man. This is cardamom, iris, jasmine, sandalwood. I think there's tonka bean, vanilla. Yang Ylang is in here as well. I'm gonna tell you what this smells like to me. When I first put my nose on this, it reminds me somewhat of some of those classic fragrances from Chanel, from the La Collection Privé collection of Chanel. I'm sorry, Chanel Less Exclusive. La Collection Privé is Dior. The Chanel Less Exclusive collection, it kind of reminds me of those fragrances, kind of like Boy or maybe Jersey from Chanel. It has this very powdery opening, kind of aldehydic, almost floral kind of opening to this fragrance. But then when it dries down, it becomes a lot more masculine, even more so than those fragrances. Although they have a masculine, aspect to them as well. This becomes even more masculine, a little bit more masculine and sweeter. But that's the first thing that I think of when I smell this. This smells like a very traditional powerhouse kind of fragrance, especially, like I said, when it starts to dry down. But it has that kind of modern twist because you have the floral and the powdery nuances here, especially coming from the iris. This is a very, very powdery, masculine fragrance. And I know it may sound, almost oxymoronic, but it is. It's powdery, but it's very powdery, but it's just very masculine at the same time. And it has a very traditional smell to it. The tonka vanilla dry down is really, really nice. It's sweet. I absolutely love this fragrance. Love it. I think it's definitely one that all guys should have. It is a powerhouse and it is amazing. So definitely one I would say as well is one of the 5 a man needs for the rest of his life from this collection. This is I'm about to say Chanel. This is Clive Christian #1. All right, guys, this next fragrance is another one that comes from the original collection. There are 3 fragrances. This is the 3rd. And man, I haven't had this one as long, but man, I would put this in my top like 10 office and summer fragrances for the rest of my life. It's that good. This is Clive Christian 1872. 1872. Man, this stuff is good. It's petitgrain, lime, lavender, peach. There's some cedar wood in here, patchouli. Oh man, this is so good. Listen, I'm a huge fan of the orange tree. It has, petitgrain, neroli, those notes. Yeah, I love it. Petitgrain, neroli. There's one more that always escapes my mind. Orange blossom, if I'm not mistaken. But this stuff right here, man, is, like I said, it's going to put you in the mindset of, to me, some very classic Creed fragrances, like Creed's Water Portugal, Creed Royal Water, which is a very underrated Creed to me. Very fresh, crisp, clean, and masculine all at the same time. And this one actually has this kind of creaminess to it as well that I absolutely love. It's like creamy florals, though. Guys, this is definitely a fragrance that all guys should check out. All gentlemen, all distinguished gentlemen need to check this fragrance out. This is, of all these fragrances, this is probably my second favorite of all the fragrances that I'm talking about today. The only one that I'll put above this is the next one I'm about to talk about. But this is a close second. For a guy, for a gentleman, this kind of scent profile is just one that you can get so much usage out of in your collection. I'll put it that way, because it's such a utility knife, man. It has enough class to it where you can wear it dressed up, or in a event in the summertime where you need to be dressed up. You can wear it to the office. It's just, like I said, it's a classic masculine fresh fragrance, and you can never go wrong with that. You can never go wrong with fresh and clean. And that's what this is. So definitely one that I would say you need for the rest of your life. If we could only have 5 Clive Christian fragrances, this is one. Clive Christian 1872. Check it out if you haven't. And last but not least, this is my personal favorite Clive Christian fragrance. I wish they made this in the 100 ml bottles. A lot of them only come in the 50 mls. But guys, this is from the Noble collection, and this one is called Amberwood. Amberwood. This is my favorite Clive Christian fragrance. All right, Amberwood. This is tobacco, patchouli, amber, tonka bean, and vanilla. Wow. And that's all I can say. Absolutely love it. Another fragrance that this kind of puts me in the mindset of. So if you never smelled this one and you smell Blessed Baraka from Initio, that will give you an idea of what this smells like. Again, sweet, creamy, amber fragrance with a little hint of tobacco. Wow. Like I said, this is my favorite. I think I've said that before on the channel, but obviously one that I would definitely say you need for the rest of your life. Now, I do want to say honorable mention. Rock Rose is another fragrance from the Noble collection that I think would be on this list, but I don't have it. Now, I don't know if I would sub it out for something. Maybe the gourmand fragrance. I would have to have a conversation with myself about it. I think the other 4 for sure I would definitely keep above it, but it would definitely be one that would be in contention. Again, that's called Rock Rose. I have smelled it. I do think it is full bottle worthy, but I do not have it yet. I'll probably add it pretty soon. But anyway, for right now, this will be the 5th one. Again, this one is called Amberwood, and this stuff is amazing. But that is it, guys. That is my time. I hope you enjoyed this video today, as I gave you the only 5 fragrances a man needs for the rest of his life from the brand of Clive Christian. What do you guys think about the list, man? What are some fragrances you have from this particular brand or house that you would put on a list like this, what are some other great fragrances from the brand, I would love to hear from you guys down in the comment section. As always, I sincerely appreciate your time and your attention to these videos. You don't have to watch, but you do, and I sincerely appreciate that. Now, don't forget to take a few moments to like, comment, and subscribe. Please make sure you're sharing these out to some other folks out there that you think could use the information or just maybe find your boy entertaining. Whichever it is, I don't mind. Because I'm your boy Darren, the BowTie Fragrance Guy. I love to look good, love to smell, absolutely fantastic. So until next time, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.